What up guys, Neumatix here with another Minecraft mod showcase. We're going to be going over a couple mods that change your armor, turn your nights a little darker, and actually a lot darker, and one that changes the bedrock. So without further ado, let's do this! Alright, so let's go ahead and jump into this. The first mod we're going to go over is called Hardcore Darkness by Lumion231. It changes the darkness in your world and in caves to make it a whole lot darker. So this mod is definitely for the hardcore Minecraft survivalist, because honestly, in this cave, you cannot see a thing. I mean, look at this. This is ridiculous. You don't even have this kind of a problem when you go into a dark cave without any kind of light source. So if I went ahead and place a torch down, now I can kind of see what's going on, and I go all the way back. But if I start getting a little too far, check that out. It's a lot darker. So you can't even see the ores that are in front of you if they're right in front of your face if you didn't have a torch right near your side. That is not all it changes. It changes the entire darkness of the world. So if you're in an area that does not have a light source, you're going to be a little creeped out, because it's going to be a lot of trouble getting around your base without some kind of light source. Of course, you would have some kind of light source, but even if you stray away too far from the light source, you're going to have a lot of problems. And it increases the risk of you even falling off cliffs and such things like that. So we're going to go ahead and switch the day to night to give you guys the view of what it's like. And here we go. I went ahead and switched it to nighttime, and check that out. Wherever there is not a light source, as you can see, I have some torches over there, so it lights up a little bit, but you look out into the beyond, and that is creepy if you ask me. That is just like in a horror movie or a horror game, something like that. Just looking out there, looks like maybe like fog. I know it's just a render distance, but it looks pretty cool if you are that kind of hardcore Minecrafter. And down here, you can check it out. I've lit up this entire area so that I would not be in the dark. And it also affects your person. So if I went ahead and went back into this third person frontal facing view, if I went to go up, it actually blocks my character completely out in darkness. Kind of creepy. So if you had this on a server, you wouldn't even be able to see your friends. Now that is scary. Since I'm down here, you probably can tell that the bedrock is completely flat all the way around, and that is not because I cheated and broke every little bedrock piece that was sticking up. I actually got the mod Better Bedrock Gen by Gigabit LOLL. It is a great mod for all of you survivalists and even people in creative when you have a bunch of bedrock in your way while you're mining down in caves and areas like that, and trying to make a base down in those areas as well. It makes building a whole lot easier, so when you hit bedrock, you know that you're completely at the bottom of the world. Since I've been recording, you're probably wondering what kind of armor I'm wearing at the moment. I'm actually wearing the armor that comes in the mod Power Gems by Flaming Pigman. It adds in a bunch of different armors and a lot of different ores into your world that you go and mine up and make into armor and weapons that are a whole lot better than any other armor or weapons you had before. Here's a little snapshot of the different items that come in this mod. So you're going to get a bunch of different ores. Like I said, you're going to get amethyst, you're going to get topaz, citrine, peridot, sapphire, aquamarine, tourmaline, I think that's how it said. You get all these different ores, and you can actually make them into all of their own blocks once you get enough of them, and then you can use these in order to create all the new types of weapons and tools and armor. And the cool thing about these weapons and armor are that they have their own special enchantments for their own special, I guess, set. So if we got the one we have right now, the peridot, if you got all of the armor set and you wore it, you would get this haste 2, which would pair very nicely with the super drill, which you can make with some peridot and some gold ingots, a block of diamond, and obsidian. Since I have this armor set on, I'm going to go ahead and show you the difference between wearing this in survival and just being in creative. So I'm going to go down here, this little area just mined out real quick, and I'm going to start just clicking as fast as I can. And just holding it down, this is about as fast as it goes. Now I'm going to go ahead and switch into survival. So we're going to go game mode, survival, and then we are going to go ahead and get our super drill, and I'm going to hold it down. Holy cow. Now you can tell how much better that is while wearing this set of armor with this drill. This next armor set is citrine, and when you have all of the pieces, you're going to get this fire resistance. So if you wore this, this would be amazing in the nether, because obviously you are not going to burn if you accidentally fall in some kind of lava. This is the Sapphire armor set that goes ahead and gives you some resistance, and here is the sword to go with it. It is the Sword of the Bull, intimidates the foe, making their hits weaker, so this would pair very nicely with this set of armor. This is the Aquamarine set that just gives you a jump boost, so I went ahead and jumped down, and if I just jump, it's going to give me a little jump boost. Probably not the best of all the armors, but it does look pretty cool. If you like pink armor, which I know you do, then you're going to like this set, which goes ahead and gives you some health regeneration, and it pairs well with the Scythe of Reaping, which slowly steals health from your foes. This armor set is the Lapis armor set, so now you actually have something else to do with Lapis when you find it. You can make this armor set and go diving to find those water temples, because it'll give you the water breathing enchantment, so you never have to worry about going into those water temples ever again, and you have a pretty sweet set of armor to go with you when you go and fight those enemies. The Topaz armor set allows you to get the enchantment speed too, so you can start running really fast around your area as long as you don't run down into a ditch like I just did, and it even gives you the Sword of Perilous, so you can go ahead and fight your enemies and not have to worry about them chasing after you. So if I went ahead and, well, I guess that's not going to work because chickens don't have that much life. Let's go and find a cow. Okay, we have the next best thing. We have a sheep. So if I went ahead and hit the sheep, it would not, you know how they run away from you? Well, now it's not going to, because I hit it and it's paralyzed. Hit it and it's paralyzed. So there's no more running for you, little sheep. And lastly, we have the Amethyst armor set, which is definitely for those damage dealing kind of survivalists, because it goes ahead and gives you some strength too, and the Sword of Black Death, which gives a devastating hit with Wither 2. So if I went ahead and hit any of my enemies, they're going to automatically get Wither 2. And I think I just forgot a weapon. I totally did. I forgot the Sword of Flames and the Sword of Angels. This one goes ahead and lifts the foe into the air, and this one will burn all the armor and weapons off of your enemies. So let's go ahead and go up to the sheep and see what happens. It lights him on fire and kills him in one hit. So that would be really nice up in the nether, or even just against some skeletons and zombies down inside some caves. And then we have the Sword of Angels, and as long as the enemy is, or the mob I should say, is just within a certain area that does not have some kind of floor above it, you can go ahead and hit them with this, and it sends them flying up in the air. This weapon is probably my favorite. I think if I download this mod and use it in my survival, this is going to be my #1 go-to weapon to find and make right away. Alright guys, that pretty much sums it all up. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed all the mods I went over. And if you check them out, please let me know how you like them down in the comments. And as always, please subscribe to my channel to get content like this every weekend. Thanks again, guys. Peace!